So CTV recently reported this, and there's a lot of talks around how much money Albertan needs, or even anyone in Canada needs, to afford a mortgage. And recent stats have shown that in Edmonton, you need around $88,000 a year to afford having a mortgage. Like, you need to be approved for making that much money. Now, specifically, not just millennials, but Gen Zs are going about this in a way where they're like, well, we're fucked. Like, no matter how hard we work, how do we make this possible? You know, especially if those age 18 to 25 just feel like no matter how hard they work, like it just won't happen for them. So I want to know, like, what's your opinion on this? 18 to 25-year-olds listening to this, they're seeing you, they're hearing, the come up, like not being afraid to speak your mind. And then they're also dealing with this economical crisis. If you were in their shoes, how would you personally handle it? And how would you let it depict your story?
Look, I think that when it comes to, I always say that winning is living your highest quality of life and potential. And I think that I often refer to the fundamental principle of Stoicism, which is focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. So I think that if I was 18 to 25 and I was looking at these stats, yeah, it's a sad fucking story. What a privilege that is literally the saddest story that you have as 1825 is, I can't afford home ownership. I have to go out and find a way to do it different than our ancestors or like my previous generations. That's pretty fucking privileged, because you look at, you could be born in Palestine, you could be born in North Korea, you could be in Ukraine right now dying in the ditch fighting for your country. Like, I don't often throw around the word privilege, but like, man, if that's the biggest problem that you have in your life, like, number one, be grateful for that, because it could be a lot worse. Number two, look at what you can control. Well, I can vote. I think that, there's a reason why they call it just inflation. So vote, right? Get the right person in power that's going to make housing prices go lower. But beyond that, just say, yeah, it's a sad story, but what the fuck am I going to do about it? And for me, it's like, man, okay, if they're telling me I need to make $88,000 a year then if I'm 19 years old, I'm finding a way to make $88,000 a year. In fact, I'm finding a way to make much more of it, because you can point your finger and blame and be a victim, but just like we said before, wherever you're pointing your finger is where you're giving your power away. And if you think that gas prices, inflation, housing prices are the biggest blocks and barriers for you to win, you are living in a delusion and you will never win.